I like to start our show. We call it a conversation with Bangladesh, Bangladeshi Sange Adda. And I like to, introduce my friend here, Izaz. He's a young leader. I call him leader of the leaders. Shall we start?
Sure.
Here.
Madam Secretary, welcome to Bangladesh. We are so pleased to have you with us in Dhaka. First time you visited us 17 years ago, 1995, as the First Lady of the United States. Second time here as the Secretary of State. How do you feel to be in Bangladesh?
Well, first I want to thank you, Ija, and you, Muni, and all of you for being here at the International School for this conversation, because I am very interested in Bangladesh and everything that you're doing, and I'm particularly interested in the young people of this country. So I've met some of the young leaders who are here, and I see others out in the audience. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I want this to be a real conversation, and I thank you both for moderating it. I was here 17 years ago and had just the most wonderful experience with my daughter, meeting so many Bangladeshis at that time, not only here in Dhaka, but going out into the country, going to villages, visiting Grameen Bank borrowers, people working in BRAC projects, really getting a sense of the potential of the country. And coming back 17 years later, it just confirms my confidence that there is a tremendously positive path for this country. And it's not easy, you know that better than I do, but the changes, the economic growth, the continuation of democratic sustainment, all of that is very encouraging. So I'd love to hear more about what you think is needed for this country to realize its potential. As I said last night in my press conference, I'm betting on Bangladesh. I'm betting that you'll be able to work through all the problems that developing countries have everywhere. And the United States wants to be your partner, because what we care about is a successful, prosperous, peaceful, democratic country.
Well, Madam Secretary, you know the word Adda. May I explain you? In Bengali, we call Adda. It's a Bengali expression like rendezvous or chit-chat. So before we go to the audience, I would like to ask you one question. We heard that you had a meeting with Sir Abed and Dr. Yunus, of course. And how was that?
Well, first of all, I was honored to meet with both Sir Abed and Yunus. I've known them for many years. I've actually known Yunus longer, for more than 25 years. I think they are two national treasures of your country. Yes. They are two men who they have created organizations with the Grameen Bank and BRAC that are viewed internationally as the two best development organizations in the world. And I will say that I am committed to every way that I can and my government can to supporting their efforts, because we think they are so valuable. And I have followed the dispute over Grameen Bank from Washington, and I can only hope that nothing is done that in any way undermines the success of what Grameen Bank has accomplished on behalf of many millions of poor women and their families. And I know some of you, I met a young woman who is the daughter of a Grameen borrower who's now at university. That is how change happens. You help somebody get a better income that they then invest in their children and their family, then the next generation goes further. That's the story of America. I want it to be the story of Bangladesh. And the Grameen Bank has played an instrumental role. So I highly respect Mohammed Yunus, and I highly respect the work that he has done, and I am hoping to see it continue without being in any way undermined or affected by any government action. That would be unfortunate, because I come from this perspective. If you look at societies that are successful, there are three stools, there are three legs to a stool, if you think about it. You have to have a responsible, accountable government that delivers services to its people. You need a private business sector that produces jobs and economic growth that is broadly spread, which is beginning to happen here in this country. And you need civil society, because neither government nor business can or should do everything for people. What you are doing as a youth leader, and all of you who are involved, is building that third leg of the stool here in Bangladesh. That's where so much of what makes life important and meaningful happens. So I had an excellent meeting with both of those gentlemen this morning, and just have the highest regard, and every Bangladeshi should be so proud of what they've accomplished for your country.
Madam Secretary.